Hi, good evening, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Hindu editorial analysis. And though it's 16th today, but we'll be doing the analysis for 15th. Yesterday I had a very busy schedule, so because of that, I couldn't do that. But nevertheless, even if I miss it in a day, you can always catch up the next day. And I promise I'll be doing it more regularly hereafter. So let's begin. So there were two editorials like any other day, and the first one was primarily related to inflation. So I mean the data keeps changing so frequently, so I thought we can ignore it for the time being. And there was another very interesting editorial which can fall into the category of politics and international relations primarily. So I thought that would be more interesting than the other one. So the editorial is titled as "Breach of Convention," and it's related to the tension between Ecuador and Mexico. And the editorial says that Ecuador should stay within the limits of international laws. This is how it looks, which is indeed boring, and that's the whole purpose of this series, where we can break it down to more interesting version of the editorial analysis, and which can help all the students prepare better, assimilate the editorial better. Now, coming on to the central theme of the editorial, on 5th of April, Ecuador's police forces, raided the Mexican embassy in the capital of Ecuador, that is Quito, and it's indeed a very serious violation of the Vienna Convention on which the diplomatic relations or embassies are based. No country generally has the right to enter into any of the embassies which are there in that particular country. Like we have so many embassies, so suddenly Indian government cannot decide to barge in or raid the embassy of any country. It's like breaching the territorial integrity of any particular country. But unfortunately, this has happened in Ecuador. And just a context a bit about Ecuador. It's a country in the South America, right? And it choose ocean to its west, that is Pacific Ocean. And it's not too big a country in terms of population, barely 18 million population, that is approximately 1.8 crores. So for more, you can always go and search. The capital of Ecuador is Quito. Primarily, Spanish is the major language. Now let's get back to the editorial per se. So why the embassy of Mexico was raided? It was primarily for the purpose of arresting their former vice president, Mr. Jorge Davis Glass, and who was sentenced for corruption by the present day government. So along with the former vice president, even the former president, Mr. Rafael Correa, was also sentenced or convicted for corruption, who's currently living in Belgium. Now, Mr. Glass and Mr. Correa obviously, or most reasonably say that the cases of corruption against them are primarily motivated by political intentions, or these are politically motivated. Then the current Ecuador's president Daniel Noboa, who claims that it has got no political vendetta. The arrest of Mr. Glass is part of his crusade against corruption. Now, because of this, the tensions are high between Ecuador and Mexico. And if we go a little back, Mr. Glass took refuge in Mexican embassy in Quito. That was in December 23, a month before the current president, Mr. Noboa, took charge of the presidential office. And why? What was the trigger for this? What happened? The Mexico's current president, who's leaned towards left, Mr. Andres Manuel, critically commented on the Ecuador's election, which led to the coming of power of Mr. Correa in power. So there was a negative comment about the elections of Ecuador, and then as a retaliation to that, the Ecuador government declared Mexico's ambassador in Ecuador as persona non grata. We'll see what is the meaning of persona non grata when we cover the difficult words and synonyms in the later part of this editorial analysis. And then on top of it, Mexico also decided to grant asylum to Mr. Glass, which further angered Ecuador. And to avenge all this, they raided the Mexican embassy in Ecuador. Then, he termed that, the decision to grant asylum to Mr. Glass, who was facing a lot of corruption charges in the country. And once they declared the ambassador Raquel as persona non grata, and all the criticism, this finally led to the raid of the embassy in Mexican embassy in Ecuador. Now for Mexico, this is certainly a big blow, and they are reaching out to the International Court of Justice, which is based in Netherlands, and asking them to expel Ecuador from the United Nations for breaching its sovereignty. Now, as I always say, this is the most important part of the analysis, which is the critical analysis of the event by the Hindus editorial team. So the editorial team says that the embassy raids comes at a time when President Noboa is facing increased criticism at home over rising gang violence. In fact, he came to power promising that he'll be tackling corruption and gang violence. Ecuador is mired with immense gang violence, corruption. So he came to power promising the people of Ecuador that he'll fight corruption and gang violence. Now, just to give a brief glimpse as to how severe this gang problem is, in the presidential elections which happened very recently, the violence was so deadly that even the presidential candidate, Mr. Fernando, was assassinated during the campaign. You can imagine the law and order situation of that particular country. Now, Mr. Noboa says he stays committed to fighting gangs and restoring order. However, on the contrary, his popularity rating or the rating in the country, is sinking very very fast or sinking very very fast amongst the growing violence in the country, especially in the coastal city of Guayaquil, which was overrun by gangs in January. Now, though Quito is the capital of Ecuador, but Guayaquil is the largest city of Ecuador. Now, situation is so bad in the Ecuador that during the Easter, which is the holiest month for Christians, Ecuador primarily the populace embrace Christianity as religion. That during the Easter weekend, there were 100 murders, and you can imagine the magnitude that it's a country of 18 million and 100 murders within a week, and that too a week which is so religious and so close to the religious sentiment of the people of Ecuador. Now, the critics of Mr. Noboa is saying that he's using this diplomatic crisis to strengthen his position and his political fortunes in Ecuador. And instead of tackling the actual issues, he has triggered a new crisis, in fact, a diplomatic crisis at the international level. Very soon, Ecuadorians are going to vote for a referendum next week that would give the government increased security powers to fight gang violence. So, in this context, instead of handling the situations very, very sensitively, Mr. Noboa has opened another Pandora's box. Now, let's see what the editorial team suggests the Mr. Noboa and his team, that the government has to get its act together and fight the war against violence collectively. Now, government should do that from within the limits of domestic and international law. I mean, you have to fight a menace of gang violence in a country, but not at the cost of international diplomatic relations with other countries. Going rouge inside an embassy of a neighboring country in the name of fighting corruption is not going to help Ecuador in any way. And in fact, this will open another area of concern for them, and they already face loads of challenges. And getting into another diplomatic challenge with a friendly country or a country which whose embassy is in that, it is definitely not a sensible move from the Ecuadorian president. Now let's move on to some of the difficult words. There are quite a few in this editorial. And to start with, first is persona non grata, which means that a person who's unwelcome, a person who's undesirable, a person who's unacceptable. यानी कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति जिसका स्वागत नहीं करता है कोई, या जिसकी जरूरत नहीं है, या जिसका होना किसी पक्ष में अनएक्सेप्टेबल है, किसी को मान्य नहीं है. रिटेलिएट का मतलब होता है काउंटर अटैक करना, किसी को वापस जवाब देना, स्ट्राइक करना, रेसिप्रोकेट करना. दिस इज कॉल्ड रिटेलिएट. एस्केलेटेड, इसका मतलब होता है किसी चीज को बढ़ा देना, इंक्रीज्ड, इंटेंसिफाइड, हाइटेड. मतलब अगर कोई पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन है उसमें हम कुछ ऐसा करें कि वो सिचुएशन और एस्केलेट हो जाए और बढ़ जाए, यानी आग में तेल या घी डालने के रूप में काम करना. इन्फ्यूरिएटेड मतलब बहुत ही गुस्सा होना, एनरेज्ड, प्रोवोक्ड, एंगर्ड, बहुत गुस्से में हैं आप, वैसी सिचुएशन को इन्फ्यूरिएटेड सिचुएशंस बोल सकते हैं, या स्टेट बोल सकते हैं. ऐसी अवस्था है, इन्फ्यूरिएटेड अवस्था है. बॉल्स्टर मतलब किसी चीज को मजबूत करना, स्ट्रेंथन करना, सपोर्ट करना, रीइंफोर्स करना. मायरेज यानी बहुत सारी, लाइक इस एडिटोरियल के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में इक्वाडोर इज ऑलरेडी सफरिंग मायरेज ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, और उसमें एक ये नया डिप्लोमेटिक क्राइसिस करके the president Mr. Noboa is not helping the country. So myriad means count, numerous, very many, too many, countless in the sense कि बहुत ज़्यादा. There are कुछ और difficult words हैं like plummeted, जिसका मतलब होता है नीचे गिरना, decrease होना, plunged, dropped. The reputation of someone has plummeted, or maybe the reputation of President Noboa has sunk और प्लमेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस डिप्लोमेटिक क्राइसिस, ऐसे इसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। एडेयर ये उतना डिफिकल्ट तो नहीं है, बट फिर भी एडेयर मतलब किसी चीज को फॉलो करना, कंप्लाई विद, स्टिक, एडेयर टू रूल्स, एडेयर टू टाइमिंग्स, एडेयर टू टाइमलाइंस, मतलब किसी भी चीज को फॉलो करना, उसको कंप्लाई करना, उसको मानना। रूज एक ये नेगेटिव वर्ड है, रूज मींस विलियन, रीबल, बैड एलिमेंट। इस एडिटोरियल के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में क्या है, जब आपने एम्बेसी के अंदर अपनी पुलिस फोर्स भेजी तो वो एक तरीके से रूज एक्शन था, मतलब विलियनियस एक्शन था, एक्शन ऑफ ए बैड एलिमेंट और समवन हु हैज गॉट अ बैड रेपुटेशन। मार्ड, मार्ड मींस किसी की रेपुटेशन मार्ड है, मतलब रूइन है, स्पॉइल्ड है, डैमेज्ड है। संक, प्लमेटेड और संक ऑलमोस्ट थोड़ा सा हम सिनोनिम बोल सकते हैं। संक मींस टू गो डाउन, ड्रॉप, फॉल। एंड रेफरेंडम, रेफरेंडम मींस पब्लिक वोट, प्लेबिसाइट, पॉपुलर वोट। सो ये कुछ डिफिकल्ट वर्ड थे इस एडिटोरियल के। और वापस एक बार एडवाइस दैट हर एडिटोरियल को आप सिर्फ अपने एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से देखें, पढ़ें और उस पर तवज्जो दें। नेवर थिंक फ्रॉम ए पॉलिटिकल, पर्सनल पॉलिटिकल प्रेफरेंसेस पर्सपेक्टिव, और हमेशा एनालिटिकल एस्पेक्ट पे ध्यान दें और इमोशनल एस्पेक्ट को आप जितना हो सके उतना कम करें। सो आज के लिए इतना ही। हमेशा की तरह कीप रॉकिंग, यू आर द बेस्ट, बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ, एंड वट एवर कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम, आप जिस भी कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो एनडीए हो, सीडीएस हो, क्लैट हो, सीपीओ हो, एसएससी हो, या किसी ग्रुप डिस्कशन, इंटरव्यू की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, वहाँ हमेशा आपको नो करंट अफेयर्स के बारे में ज़रूर कुछ ना कुछ सवाल या तो डायरेक्टली पूछे जाएंगे या इनडायरेक्टली ड्यूरिंग ग्रुप डिस्कशन आपको दिए जाएंगे, जिसके बारे में आप जितना अवेयर रहेंगे आई थिंक उतना अच्छा आप कर पाएंगे। सो मेरी यही आशा है that you will focus on your goals and you will make your parents and your teachers very, very proud of yourselves. Once again, thank you so much, and all the very best.